Rectangle is length times width. Formula for our trapezoid is this one right here, 1/2 times the height times base 1 plus base 2. On our formula, 1/2 base times height, semicircle, which we don't have a semicircle on our formula sheet, but we do know that area of a circle is pi times r squared, and we can divide that by 2 is sides. Let's talk about composite areas. And this is just taking a composite figure, which is a figure that can be separated into regions that are basic point figures. Basically, it's just a bunch of different kinds of shapes put together, and we can take them apart to find their areas. So our steps are just going to be that we're going to divide up the regions into our shapes, and we're going to find the area of each, and then we're going to add them together, and that will give us the total area. So you can see this first example is a rectangle and a trapezoid put together. So we're going to separate those two in order to find the area of both. So area equals length times width, and the area, so area equals 1/2, not base, that is 1/2 height times base 1 plus base 2. So one tricky thing on these is that you might have to figure out what your numbers are that you're going to be using for the formula by using other things that are given to you in the problem. So this rectangle, this is our width, this is our length, so area equals 12 times 23, and when I do the math there, that is 276 centimeters squared for my rectangle. Okay, the area of the trapezoid, well, that didn't work out for me, there's a trapezoid, is 1/2. What's our height? So this is what I'm talking about. Our height would be here, or we can note it here. So we can use this information given that the total height of this figure is 18. We know part of it, this part right here, is 12. So if I take 18 minus 12, then that gives me 6. So the height of my trapezoid is 6. Base 1 is the same as here, which is the same thing, 23. Here's base 2, 15. So the area of my trapezoid is 114, again, centimeters squared. And then all I'm going to do is add those together. 276 plus 114, that gives me 390 centimeters squared. That is the total area. So this is all we're doing. We're breaking up our shapes, finding the area, adding them together. All right, again, we got a rectangle, a length times width. We've got this triangle, which is 1/2 base times height, and then we have a 2 to get area of the semicircle. All right, this is our width. This would be our length. So I need to figure out what our length is going to be. Well, we know that from here to here is going to be a radius, and that's going to be some number, and that would be the same distance from here to here. So what's our radius? Do we know that? Well, this radius line is the same as this one, right? And we know that one is 9 feet. So this also has to be 9 feet. So if I take 26 minus 9, then that's going to give me 17. So the distance is 17 feet. So then our length times width is 9 times 17, and that is 153. So my rectangle is 153. Okay, let's look at our, this is going to get all messy. Our triangle base, right here. Again, that's a radius of our semicircle, so that's 9 feet. Our height is here. Okay, so we know this total side of this rectangle is 17. This part is 7, so that means that the part that's connected to my triangle is 10. So my triangle is 1/2 base of 9 times height. So that is 45. Okay, our semicircle is, we know our radius is 9. So pi times 9 squared divided by 2. Semicircle is 127.2. Add those up to get the total of 352.2 feet squared. Just take it piece by piece. All right, this bottom section area of a shaded region. So we can find the area of the entire figure and then subtract the area of the non-shaded region. So same thing, we need to find the area of the two shapes we've got and then subtract one from the other. So we've got this this square, and our square area. So area of the square is 25 squared. So that is 625. The area of the circle, what's our radius? Well, you should be able to tell that this radius hits that side of the square right in half. So I'm going to take that 25 and divide it by 2 to give me the radius of 12.5. So area of our circle equals pi 12.5 squared. And that is 490.6. So we want the shaded region, meaning we want these pieces here. So I'm going to take the square minus the circle. That's 134.4 feet squared. This is the shaded area only. Okay, same thing over here. We're going to find the area of the trapezoid, and then we'll find the area of the semicircle. So trapezoid again is 1/2 times height times base 1 plus base 2. This is our, why do I keep doing that? Trapezoid area. What do we got? 1/2 height. What is our height? Our height could have been here or here, and we don't have anything noted here. However, we can find this because we know a lot about our shapes. We have right here a right triangle. We know the hypotenuse. We need to know this side. Do we know this side? Well, you might think you don't, but you actually do. This piece of it is 17, and if the total is 37, then this side is 37 minus 17. And that is 20. So then I can do a squared plus b squared equals c squared to get me the height, which ends up being 15. So that's what I'm going to use. Height, base 1 is 17 plus base 2. The area of my trapezoid ends up being 405. Man, my notes are pretty messy. Sorry. All right, the area of the semicircle radius is 1/2 of 15, which is 7.5. So semicircle equals pi times 7.5 squared divided by 2. And that's going to equal 88.3. So I'm going to take the total trapezoid minus that semicircle, and that's going to give me the area of the shaded part only. All right, let me know if you have questions.